Brandon with Missouri Adventures. I want to start by saying thank you to everybody who's supported me this far. I posted my first hunting video, which at this point has now gotten over 1,100 views. Super awesome from the first one, and I appreciate everything. I also appreciate all the feedback that I've received so far. I've gotten a lot of helpful tips and tricks on how to work on the editing and just camera angles. So I really appreciate all the advice that's come my way. Today we're going to be doing a review on some of the gear that I took out west with me. We're not going to be doing all of the gear, but we're going to be going over a few of the key items that I took out there. Main thing is there's hundreds, if not thousands, of videos on Jetboils and stuff like that, so I'm not going over there. I'm going to go over some of the clothes that I wore, my pack, and just some of the accessories that I took out there. I'm also going to do my best to get links to everything in the description. Unfortunately, there was a couple things that I couldn't find links for, so I don't know if it's just items that were discontinued or what the deal was with it, or I just didn't dig deep enough to find it. So I'm going to start with the first thing that I couldn't find a link for. I had watched a YouTube video a while back when I was getting ready for this hunt, and they had said, like, you don't need to go out and buy high-end gear. They said the whole video was about doing it on the cheap. And they said, don't be afraid to go to Costco or Sam's Club and Walmart. And so that's what I did. I ended up finding there's a pair of Orvis pants at Costco. And I got these things for like $30. It's a pair of, I think they're ski pants. But they're insulated on the inside. And I wore these things several days out west. And they were super comfortable. Kept me warm. And like when I got into some thick brush, I didn't have to worry about, the ripping or anything like that. So that was a piece that I really was grateful I had. Next thing on the list is going to be the foul weather puffy jacket from Rogers. This thing, stupid warm. It's lightweight. I like that it's not big and bulky. I'm not going to sit here and try to pretend that I have any idea about technology that goes into clothing, but whatever form of witchcraft they used, it's really warm and super light. I wore this almost every single day, and there was a couple times that it got a little too warm for me. And this pretty reasonably priced. It's like just under $100. So going into what was under that, these are both items from Badlands. It's the Shift pant and the Shift jacket. And I believe they discontinued these now. But if you get on Badlands website, they've got the Shift pants on sale. They're normally, I think originally they're like $200 or something, but they're on sale for like $40. So try to get a pair of those. I could not find the jacket on their website at all, but I was able to find it on Black Orvis, but it was pretty expensive. But to be honest with you, I found both of these a few years ago off of Facebook Marketplace, and I have worn them so many times. I wear them all kinds of things. It's got a hood that rolls up on the inside. It's got the elastic in the hood so it fits tight around your hat. I've worn these under waders. I've worn them in a deer stand. I've worn them out west. Coyote hunting, you name it. And they're awesome. They're super comfortable and really warm. And it is nice wearing it because you can layer up and not feel like, like from A Christmas Story, I can't put my arms down. But these are absolutely fantastic. Thanks, dude. Moving into my pack that I wore. This is the Badlands Mark 6. I've worn a lot of packs over the years, whether it was backpacking or just hunting in general. This is probably, if not one of the most comfortable packs I've ever worn. I ran way too much stuff out west. And as the week went on, I started dumping more and more stuff, and by the end of it, I realized I was just carrying way too much crap altogether. But I was super happy to have this pack. Out of everything that started to hurt, burning after walking so many miles, my back was the one thing that didn't hurt. This thing distributed weight really well. It was very comfortable. And this also, it's got a meat shelf. this thing was super comfortable. The only thing I wish was a little different on this pack is I do wish that maybe there were some other like smaller pockets to put stuff, because really the only external pockets are like this big one here, and I just found myself putting so much stuff in here, and it's just a giant pocket. And if I had asked somebody to get something out of my pack for me, it was them digging around instead of like a small zipper on the side. That's the only complaint I had with it. But yeah, here, this is also has a meat shelf on it. So you just pop this down. Oh God, now that I'm on camera, it's messing up. Yeah, just pop this down. Yeah, of course, now that I'm recording this, I look like an idiot trying to get it out. Just comes out here. This was a super comfortable pack, and I'm glad that I got this. But again, I'm all about doing things on the cheap. If you look on their website, this may actually still be on sale. It was just this color. It was on closeout, and I think it was like $200 or something like that. So we want to get a $500 pack for only $200. So next, we got another thing from Badlands. This is going to be their bino harness. I actually got this in a Hunt Vault box. But I'm a big fan of Badlands bino harnesses. This was actually supposed to go out west with me, and as we were loading up the truck, it got set down and it never got put in. So while I was out there, I ended up making a last minute run to Walmart to find a pair of binoculars. So one thing I like about this is it's got your rangefinder pocket underneath here. It's all magnetic. You don't have zippers. You don't have any noise. There's one thing that drove me crazy about bino harnesses, and it was like my last one I had that was Badlands. It had a big pouch underneath of it, zip in, trying to get to rangefinders or trying to get out of your pocket, or you end up putting stuff on the sides, and you just end up with so much crap. And that's what like here. It's nice, tucks away. It doesn't take up any extra room. It folds down. I really like this bino harness. I got this 2 months ago, 2 months ago, something like that. And this is hands down the best bino harness I've ever worn. I just like the fact there is no zippers. Everything is magnetic. There's no bungees, and it's still nice and compact. All right, going into our last item that I'm going to be doing today. This is an item that I literally wore every single day, no matter where I went. And this is the Recon chest holster from Invader Concepts. This thing is absolutely awesome. I've seen it advertised for a long time, and I finally bought one like 8 months ago or something like that. And I bought it specifically for this hunt. I was very skeptical of it. I was like, there's no way that this thing is going to fit so well under the bino harness, under the backpack. But it's super comfortable. I mean, it's got these leather straps here under the buckle, so there's no squeak. It sits nice and tight no matter what. I was able to get to it. Like, oh God. So right here, even with the bino harness on, still able to get to it, and it is comfortable. I was never sitting there trying to adjust it, that it, starting to dig in or anything like that. I'm super happy with it. It's a great company. Before I bought it, I had reached out to them. I remember if it was on Instagram or Facebook. I reached out to them and asked a couple questions. They got back to me super quick. They were very helpful, and they weren't just pushing you just to buy their stuff. It was a pretty good customer service. And I actually just saw a couple weeks ago that they now have inside the waistband holsters, outside the waistband holsters, and some belts. And so I'm pretty excited to get my hands on one of those eventually. But that's it for now. I appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.